Wrexham's rise through the lower echelons of English football is remarkable, to the point that the team can genuinely be a Premier League side in a few years. This is how they can do it. Since Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney arrived at Wrexham, a club previously consigned to the National League for 15 years, the club has developed a following that wouldn't look out of place if they were in the Premier League. Across the main social media networks, they have more than 1.5 million followers. A combination of Disney Plus documentary Welcome to Wrexham and the star power of their Hollywood owners has thrust them from obscurity into the limelight.
Look, we're looking at the documentary right there.
Last weekend, they secured promotion back to League One, the third tier of English football. Now it becomes a question of how far they can go. Is the Premier League even possible? And if it is, how long would it take them? There wasn't a sad voice at the racecourse ground last week when Wrexham trashed Forest Green 6-0. With back-to-back promotions, they've climbed to the third tier of football, a remarkable feat considering the recent fears of relegation to the sixth tier and financial collapse. Notably, the club's unique ownership has opened up new opportunities and raised its profile. Wrexham is clearly on a fast track to success, as we can see by the enthusiastic cheers at the racecourse on Saturday, well before the promotion was officially confirmed. Since the Hollywood takeover, Wrexham's stock has risen quite dramatically. There's been record ticket sales, an eye-catching shirt sponsorship deal with global social media platform TikTok, and a surprise inclusion in the FIFA video game franchise, becoming the first ever club from the fifth tier to appear in the series. There has also been plenty of promotion of the team on the pair's popular social media accounts, with Ryan Reynolds having 41 million followers on Instagram alone, with both actors occasionally making it to games and even appearing in an advert for a local business, IFA Williams Trailers. Ryan and Rob have showered the town and community in love and respect. They've tirelessly promoted the club on social media in ways that were always good-natured and often very funny. In turn, the Wrexham community embraced its new owners. A Hollywood-style Wrexham sign appeared on an old coal tip just out of town. The club's away strip is the same shade of green as the Philadelphia Eagles in honor of Rob McElhenney's hometown. The excitement swirling around the club has been matched by an uptick in performances on the pitch, with the club narrowly missing out on promotion from the league in the first season since the Hollywood takeover. In the same season, the team also reached the final of the FA Trophy competition, losing 1-0 to Bromley. In the end, success will be judged by results on the pitch. Nobody was expecting overnight miracles, but a sprinkling of Hollywood magic dust has brought a thrill of excitement to Wrexham. And after securing promotion back to the professional ranks of the EFL, they want to reach the Premier League. So the earliest season Wrexham could potentially face teams like Arsenal, Manchester United, and Chelsea in league play would be 2026-27. Although realistically, it may take longer than that. Even with Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney taking ownership of Wrexham in 2020, it still took 3 years for the club to secure promotion from the National League. However, there are precedents for rapid ascents to Premier League status. Fulham notably experienced a meteoric rise through the Football League ranks after Mohamed Al Fayed purchased the struggling League Two club, then Division 3, in 1997. They clinched second place in the fourth tier in their first year, earning promotion to the third tier. Within 2 years, they were promoted to the Championship, then Division 1. After just 2 more seasons in the second tier, they reached the Premier League, winning the league in 2001 and spending 10 consecutive campaigns in the top flight. Wrexham can also draw inspiration from fellow Welsh club Swansea City, who achieved promotion to the Premier League in just 7 seasons between 2004 and 2011. They secured a third-place finish in League Two in 2005 before winning League One 3 seasons later. Playoff success propelled them from the Championship to the Premier League after 3 more seasons, where they spent 7 seasons before eventual relegation. Often, clubs who have been recently promoted must acclimate quickly to the increase in talent level and financial muscle of the higher league. However, Wrexham will be in a different position than most clubs this coming League Two season. Many non-league teams deploy semi-professional players, and the jump to League Two can be harsh on teams that don't make the transition quickly. Yet Wrexham do not fit the profile of the typical promoted side, as they already employ a mostly professional roster. However, it's going to take a lot more than you think. League One is a different breed. There are clubs with the likes of Sheffield Wednesday or Birmingham City coming down from the Championship, which is a possibility. All of a sudden, clubs who are used to getting crowds in the 20 to 25,000 or even more bracket will become Wrexham's competitors, and they've got budgets which are set accordingly. It's a slightly bigger pond, but I do think Wrexham, because of their success commercially, will be in a very strong position to be very competitive next season. Then what it comes down to is simply the level of ambition of the owners. They can't pay championship wages in League One because the average wage in League One is probably in the region of £2,000 to £2,500 a week. You move up to the Championship, and the average is £12,000 a week. Wrexham's most recent accounts for the year ending the 30th of June 2023 showed Reynolds and McElhenney increased their funding of the club from almost £4 million to £9 million during the National League title-winning campaign, while turnover nearly doubled to £10.5 million and losses increased by £2.2 million. So what this means is that the nature of Wrexham's ownership means the club can bring in revenue that rivals cannot. Wrexham can continue to leverage on this whilst they continue to be successful on the pitch, and they are seen from an American audience point of view in particular as being quite quirky. The pre-season tours of America are popular as well, so there is still the opportunity to grow that fan base and sell merchandise and other content accordingly. Wrexham could also well attract Premier League stars to the club this summer, as they bid to strengthen their squad in order to compete in League One. Arsenal goalkeeper Arthur Okonkwo, out of contract this summer, is clearly a target, while several former Premier League stars have already climbed aboard the bandwagon, including James McClean and Stephen Fletcher, while former Manchester United goalkeeper Ben Foster was a key part of the side that won promotion from the National League this time last year. Changes off the pitch could prove just as crucial, particularly the refurbishment of Wrexham's iconic racecourse ground, which stands out as one of the most pressing areas for improvement. As they continue to ascend the Football League ladder, a new stadium will become imperative, despite recently increasing capacity to over 15,000. However, transitioning from a 15,000-seat stadium to a 40,000-seat one isn't an overnight endeavor. It demands substantial financial resources and extensive financing, not to mention navigating the myriad permissions required for development in the surrounding area. It would be intriguing to hear from the owners about their limits, as there comes a point where further investment yields diminishing returns, potentially leading to investments with little prospect of recouping the expenditure. So, at the end of the day, can Wrexham reach the Premier League at some point in the near future? Of course, football can be cruel, but can also be amazing, and Wrexham's story would be one to remember if they do that. However, it will take a lot more than two Hollywood stars' money being funneled into the club, because the Premier League is something else. And I do believe that it can happen, because people love stories like Wrexham's. So it's very likely that some bigger sponsor will be interested in investing in Wrexham and helping the club reach England's top flight. But it will definitely not be easy, and it might not even happen in 2026-27. But by the end of the decade, we might see the first Welsh team since Swansea compete at the Emirates, Old Trafford, or Anfield. And if that day comes, the whole world will know about the story of the small club from North Wales coming to compete with the footballing giants. What do you think? Will Wrexham reach the Premier League soon? Let us know in the comments below, and we will see you in the next video.